In the vast wilderness of Sinai, beneath a mountain still marked by fire and smoke, the people of Israel stood in awe. They had seen the power of God. They had watched him split the sea, rain bread from heaven, and speak from the mountain in thunder. Yet now, God desired something even greater, not merely to lead them from afar, but to dwell among them. And so the Lord spoke to Moses, "Have the people build me a sanctuary, so that I may dwell among them." This would not be an ordinary tent. It would be sacred, holy, a place where heaven and earth would meet, a place where the invisible God would make his presence known among his people. God gave Moses detailed instructions. Every measurement mattered. Every color had meaning. Every material had purpose. The people were commanded to bring offerings: gold, silver, bronze, fine linen, blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, precious stones, oil for the lamps, and fragrant spices for incense, and the people gave willingly. Men and women alike came with generous hearts, bringing jewelry, fabrics, metals, and treasures until there was more than enough. Then skilled craftsmen were appointed. Chief among them was Bezalel, a man filled with the Spirit of God, given wisdom, understanding, and skill to craft the holy things. Together the workers built the tabernacle. At its center stood the Ark of the Covenant, a sacred chest overlaid with pure gold. Inside it were placed the tablets of the law. Upon it rested the mercy seat, where God's presence would appear. Before the ark hung a thick curtain, separating the most holy place from the rest of the sanctuary. Only the high priest could enter beyond that curtain, and only once a year. Outside, the veil stood the table of showbread, the golden lampstand, and the altar of incense. In the courtyard outside stood the bronze altar for sacrifices and the bronze basin for washing. Every piece pointed to holiness. Every detail taught a lesson: that God is near, but he is holy; that sin separates man from God, but God provides a way for reconciliation. Then Aaron and his sons were consecrated as priests. They were clothed in sacred garments, robes woven with blue and gold, breastplates adorned with stones, and turbans bearing the words, "Holy to the Lord." They would stand between God and the people, offering sacrifices, prayers, and worship. At last, the tabernacle was complete. Every curtain hung, every pole secured, every sacred object placed exactly as commanded. And then Moses did as the Lord instructed. He anointed the tabernacle and dedicated it to God. Then something incredible happened. A cloud descended. The glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. So powerful was his presence that even Moses could not enter. The God who thundered from Sinai, the God who split the sea, the God who created heaven and earth, now dwelt in the midst of his people. By day, the cloud rested over the tabernacle. By night, fire burned within it, and whenever the cloud lifted, Israel would break camp and follow. Wherever God moved, they moved. Wherever God stayed, they stayed. The tabernacle became the center of Israel's life. It reminded them daily. God was not distant. He was with them. He traveled with them, led them, forgave them, guided them. But the tabernacle also revealed a deeper truth. Though God desired to dwell with humanity, sin still created separation. Curtains remained, sacrifices continued, blood was required. The way to God was open, but not fully. The tabernacle pointed forward to a greater day, a greater priest, a greater sacrifice, a greater dwelling of God with man. For one day, God himself would come again, not in a tent of fabric and gold, but in flesh, and through him the barrier between God and man would finally be torn away. Yet for Israel in the wilderness, the tabernacle stood as a holy reminder. The God who rescued them did not merely save them from Egypt. He desired relationship. He desired worship. He desired to dwell among his people and from the center of their camp. The fire of his presence burned. a beacon in the wilderness, a sign of covenant, a promise that wherever they journeyed, their God was with them.